Watching a special edition of WWAY News.
It is. Florence is a Category 1 storm, down from a 4, 3, and a 2, but it still has a 10-foot storm surge. Omar Jimenez is in Wilmington with the lead. Right now we are in Winnebago. This is off of 17. Every minute that passes, the water gets deep. I'm afraid to show you this. This red vehicle that I'm zooming in on, as you can see, they have stalled in the car. They're stalled and they're stuck in that vehicle. I saw this red car contemplate going through. It did a few circles, it did a few loops around, and then it finally decided to do it, and look what happened. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I know from driving through this, thanks. Thanks guys for driving by so fast. So right now we're just recording live. I've got Kylie here.
Hi.
Hey Kylie. So we're gonna get some more videos, but this is what we're seeing right now. This is in Winnebago. Look at this. Wow, we'll be right back. Thanks for joining us tonight for your news at 11. I'm Amanda Fitzpatrick. Governor Cooper visited several locations across New Hanover County so he could get a first-hand view of the damage left behind by Hurricane Florence. I spoke with the governor in a one-on-one interview while he toured the FEMA operations in downtown Wilmington. And he had a message for all the people who are still in shelters and hotels around the state. As the sun comes out, last question, sorry, as the sun comes out, it kind of is put a smile on a lot of people's faces. We know the rain's drying up. Any last words you'd like to say to people that are watching in our area that are really the ones impacted by this?
I know people are so tired of the pounding rain.
And as you just heard from the governor, now he also says that they will look into that. He's asked us to forward any information that we have to him so they can investigate to see why that's happening. Also, the governor talked about the future. He says that there has to be a way to evaluate the infrastructure, even the flood zone areas, so that people aren't rebuilding on areas that will flood. So that's going to be interesting to see. That he said that's going to be the next step. Right now it's all about rescue, recovery, rebuilding, and then planning for the future. Coming up tonight at 7 on CBS, we're going to hear more from the governor, including what he has to say to the people out there who still need help. For now, we're live in downtown Wilmington. Amanda Fitzpatrick, WWAY News. And in case, I'm sure everybody's not up the whole time, but so what we're doing is some days we're working 8 hours straight, and then we leave, and then Hannah, Jeff will come and sit on the couch or chair wherever we were for 8 hours, and then we'll come back and we rotate. Same thing with our guys behind the scenes, you know, David, Kevin, Chase, JR. I mean, a lot of people just working hard. Chris, the producers, Julie, Sarah, you know, everyone just working hard, but on these rotating shifts. And so that's why maybe you see us some days, sometimes we're a little bit more chipper, sometimes we're a little tired. I'll give you a chance to just talk. Tell us what you've seen and what you've experienced. We want to let you talk and tell us that.
So we got in Tuesday evening.
Hi, we are back again. I'm Randy Aldridge.
And I'm Amanda Fitzpatrick. How are you guys doing out there? I hope everyone is hanging in there. I know a lot of people have been posting scary pictures. You just saw one.
Yes, and there are critters in the water.
Speaking of, I worked in Charleston, South Carolina, and you know, the city floods very bad in Charleston, especially downtown. I was working there 2006 to 08, and I never forget, we had one of the hurricanes come through near that area, and just the flooding in downtown Charleston, you had to have a boat to get around, and we saw snakes, we saw rats, we saw a lot of different critters just from reporting out in the field in that. And one of the biggest things doctors will tell you is that the sewage can be an issue and it can impact you. And the kids, you have to be careful with your children, because if they, for some reason, they don't know better, drink the water that water that they think is, oh, we're just playing in it, that can make them sick, and you can see the symptoms from that. So, I mean, it sounds a little gross, but it is a true fact. So
it is.
You have to be mindful of that. Now, as the storm has passed, emergency crews are working. They're trying to get things back to normal as fast as they can, and Duke Energy is trying to get electricity back to its customers. WWAY's Basil John joins us live. So, Basil, what is the electricity situation right now? Right, a lot of people just need to know that we're on top of it. We're online, as well as you can still use our Storm Track 3 app. Luckily, it looks like things are getting a lot better, especially going towards the middle of the week.
And nothing in the tropics to be concerned about anytime soon.
That's the type of news we like to hear.
That is definitely news we like to hear.
Thanks for joining us tonight for your news at 11. I'm Amanda Fitzpatrick. New at 11, a crash near the off-ramp to Highway 133 from Highway 7476 left several people hurt and traffic backed up all the way to the Cape Fear Memorial Bridge. Our crew was stuck in that traffic. Here's some video from the scene. Leland Fire says there was a crash involving a motorcyclist and another vehicle near that ramp. Our crew witnessed 2 ambulances from Leland Fire and Rescue leave the scene with victims inside. Lanes along the highway were closed for about half an hour before one lane opened back up to traffic. And we begin tonight with breaking news. A late-night fire in Wilmington kept several fire crews busy. Fire officials say the fire broke out at the Wilmington Health Building on 4320 Henson Drive. The call came in at around 9:20 p.m. Several fire trucks arrived on scene and were able to put the fire out just within 20 minutes. The New Hanover County Fire Chief did confirm that there were no injuries reported. The cause of the fire is currently under investigation. We want to let you know just now, within the last few minutes, we have gotten a press release, new information coming in from the Wilmington Police Department. It's all about the shooting that happened yesterday where a man shot by a sheriff's detective at Burger King yesterday was a fugitive on probation. We know that he was arrested, but here's something we did not know. This just coming in. They have charged 22-year-old Rodney Donald Hansley with possession with intent to manufacture, sell, and deliver Scheduled 1 and 2 and maintaining a vehicle for the distribution and selling of drugs. Again, this just coming in from Wilmington Police. Hansley has been released from the hospital and he was transported a short while ago to the New Hanover County Jail. Now again, these are charges that he's just now being charged with, just 2 minutes ago coming in from the Wilmington Police Department. We want to reiterate that the FBI, again, just letting us know just moments ago that they have not confirmed the ID of the body. They have made it a point to say they're still talking to the family and that the family is upset to think that that could in fact be their daughter Hania. So we will update you on this story online and on air. Randy Aldridge, my work husband, co-anchor,
work wife,
my friend in real life, but my co-anchor who I have been missing, and I'm trying not to cry, you're trying not to cry,
yes,
for several months now.
Since February.
Since February.
Yeah.
My birthday gift was him leaving me.
Am I?
Now, Randy, I was just out yesterday, actually, and I had someone ask about you. For those of you who don't know, which most people do know because you've been very open about it, Randy had cancer. Talk about the type of cancer you had, and it's been so important because not only have you opened up about it, but you've educated a lot of men about the importance of getting tested early.
Yeah, and that's one thing I've learned. I had stage 3 colorectal cancer.
And I'm so glad that you're going to be coming back. I'm so glad that you're beating cancer's butt. And I think about, you guys, you think about news and the jobs that we do, and I think about the 88.5, 89 hours that we were on air where you were away from your family, you were here, and a lot of people don't know, but there were hours where I couldn't be on the couch and I wasn't feeling well, and Randy stepped in and for nonstop for 3 hours was without me, just anchoring the news and covering the hurricane during Florence.
No, yeah.
And the community.
Forgot about that.
No, and I'll never forget that. And you've always just been someone to support me and everyone at the station. I know. So I'm going to cry now, so I'm going to end it. But I just want to say thank you, and we're rooting for you.
Thank you.
We're praying for you.
Oh, don't cry.
And we support you, and that we love you.
Love you too.
And we're so excited that you're feeling better. You look great, by the way.
Thank you.
He posted a picture. I was like, that Randy looks so good all the time. So just know that we are rooting for you and supporting you, and that your WWAY family and that your Cape Fear community loves you, and that we are looking forward to you getting back on the couch and back on the anchor desk. I am here with Bertha Boykin Todd, a retired school administrator, author, and so much more. I'm excited to meet you. I've heard so many great things about you.
Well, I've read all about you too, Amanda.
Oh, good things,
yes.
I hope.
Yeah.
Okay, it smells good in the studios. Award-winning and history-making chef Keith Rhodes. They, man, the seasons and everything. Okay.
Ooh. You're too kind. Right on.
Michael Jordan, the GOAT.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. What's it like knowing that one of the greatest players of all time, that's why he's called the GOAT, came from under your wing and under your school and under your leadership?
Oh, it's very special.
Massacre of 1898. I mean, it's something that, as a Durham native, I grew up in North Carolina, I didn't learn about it until I came to Wilmington.
She does, and she said, Hollis, she said, son, you're doing great things, and thank you.
You're gonna make me cry.
Hey.
Well, what would you say out there for people that are watching?
Well, history is something that we have to cherish. A lot of people, a lot of black people did a lot of great things in Wilmington, and it needs to be noted.
Well, over the weekend, a group of students with the Scholars Rock Sneakers youth group came all the way from Raleigh right here to tour the WWAY studio in Leland. I was on hand to show them around. A few of the students even said they too want to be journalists.